The triumph of EDSA revolution marked an end to an era of anti-dictatorship struggle and ushered in the spirit that would inspire many to do social development work.
Siguro nung panahon na yon, unang-una, pagkatapos ng mahigit na 3 taon na halos araw-araw ng mga demonstrasyon, yung anti-dictatorship struggle, pagkatapos patayin si Ninoy Aquino, matapos ang EDSA, maraming hindi na makabalik sa dating buhay. So maraming tao na nagtayo ng mga NGOs, nagtayo ng foundations, medyo lumakas yung pagtingin sa mga alternatibong gawain.
We know that there were existing initiatives in different parts of the country. Wala pa ngang steps being taken to learn from one another, do things together, and particularly at that point, we also felt dahil wala na nga ang diktadura, there was that moment also that is available for us for advocacy, for legislature that will protect the interests of the urban poor.
Parang hinihikayat kami ng Phildra, kaming mga urban, na sumama sa Phildra. Napaka-obvious naman sa pangalan ng Phildra na rural. And so, yung kauusap namin, originally para magtatayo kami ng wing ng Phildra. Ultimately, nakita namin na mas parang marami-rami na rin kami, mga mahigit kaming 20 noon, na talagang urban yung tutok. So, nag-umpisa yung meetings para sa pagtatayo ng isang network. Ayun, dun lumabas ang Philssa. Kaya nga Philssa yan kasi dapat parang kapatid ng Phildra. Rural yung isa, urban yung isa.
By 1988, Philssa, or Partnerships of Philippine Support Service Agencies, was officially founded at a convention held at the Ateneo de Manila University.
May iba sigurong parte rin yung pag-uorganisa ng Philssa. Marami sa amin mga non-joiners. Yung hindi naman bagito, mga matagal-tagal nang nakapagsimula, pero parang hindi masyadong excited sa pag-join ng mga networks dahil sa iba-ibang tama at maling pananaw.
Motivated by the need to build the integrity and effectivity of NGOs, the Social Development Code of Ethics was adopted in that same convention. In 1990, Philssa got its SEC registration and acquired its legal personality. For the past 15 years, Philssa has taken on programs and endeavors that address the issues and concerns in the urban arena, especially the plight of the urban poor.
I always look at the task of Philssa as two-pronged. One is the external and the other is internal. Para sa akin, ang isang network is not doing its job if it does not take care of its members.
With the internal programs, member organizations can access small grants for capacity building and organizational development.
Yung enhancement ng capability ng isang NGO, no? Kasi halimbawa, marami oportunidad para sa trainings, enhancement ng isang NGO tulad namin. Marami silang mga trainings on gender, on laws and labor, onudha, urban, yung mga ganyan, no? Urban development.
Gender mainstreaming efforts, such as conducting gender sensitivity training and governance seminars, are also conducted for its members.
One of the things that we also value in Philssa is yung doon sa gender issues, isa sila doon sa nagmo-monitor talaga palagi nung paano ba yung implementation ng gender, particularly within the context of the organization itself, na nasusunod ba o natutupad ba yung pagpapatupad ng gender equality.
Philssa's external program is the network's effort to pursue projects that achieve common development goals, a testimony to its stakeholder approach and openness to collaboration.
Philssa has helped in promoting housing rights, no? And then also promoting
housing for the urban poor, no? And specifically, it has promoted also the community mortgage program. Has helped FDUP and also the CMP Congress promote nga CMP and supported a lot of the advocacy of FDUP, FDA, and the CMP Congress in promoting housing rights for the urban poor.
So Philssa has held several training workshops where we gave the other member organizations training on environmental orientation, skills, etc. But even when we were not main speakers in the activities, we believe we could infuse through our inputs, our reactions, we could input the environmental perspective.
Tingin ko ang value ng network is yung resources that are already there can already be spread sa member network without duplicating the cost.
We boast of our 4 network principles: autonomy, subsidiarity, collegiality, and complementation. As Secretariat, we are sensitive to the needs of the members, and that need should be identified as priority by our network members. We don't dictate our members, and we don't also just address all the needs of the members, but we address according to our own means.
It's a dynamic group of advocates. Malakas yung solidarity ng mga member organizations and the individual members of the member organizations. Philssa as a network tries to address the complexities and the changing challenges of the situation.
For me, this is the best time for NGOs. You look at the UN documents, you look at the World Bank documents, you look at the Asian Development Bank documents, they have enshrined non-governmental organizations or community organizations. They always would include that NGO, the involvement of NGO in any development project should be present. And therefore, talagang kinikilala yung trabaho ng NGOs.
The passage of time, the insight gained from experience, the changes in the socio-political milieu, and developments in technology presented new challenges for social development organizations. One of them is sustainability.
Everywhere you go, NGOs keep on discussing how to go about sustainability issues of the NGOs.
Hindi problema yung pera dapat nasa ngayon because of that recognition. Ang tanong lang, you can only access the money if you're a good NGO.
For Philssa, we try to introduce this approach. Let's try to see how we manage our own NGO before we try to confront or talk with other big funding donors.
Human resource is the most valuable asset in social development, and efforts have been taken to strengthen the successor generation.
So yun yung gusto natin, the successor generation, mag-create ng ganong klaseng leaders who are not just successful in their own respective NGOs, but are also successful in leading the NGO movement vis-a-vis the civil society movement. And sana, be part of that social and political transformation. So, yung pagiging aktivista pa rin.
Ganun yung naging attitude na, okay, bagong challenge to, parang, in a sense, thrust into leadership. You're challenged to do things that may have to be different from your predecessors. How can we address these issues, these challenges, in a way that will make Philssa stronger?
The changing times also ushered in new ways of doing things, and Philssa keeps itself dynamic by being critical and innovative.
Mas dapat makita ngayon yung pagkakaugnay-ugnay ng ilang mga problema. At dapat makita yon na dapat mas cross-sectoral o multi-sectoral din yung pagkilos na hindi lang limitado dun sa ano bang interes ng sektor na ginagalawan ko. Kundi ano ba yung mas interes ng sambayanan, ng iba-ibang sektor.
Eh ngayon, stakeholder analysis, that's a very complicated process. Magbabago ka ng pagtingin. Kasi ang tingin mo dati sa, halimbawa, sa gobyerno, kalaban. Ang tingin mo ngayon sa gobyerno ay, abay, paano ko kakatrabahuhin yan?
I think all these years, nag-evolve na rin sa Philssa yung pananaw na ano. Rather than just expose and oppose, let us try to engage as far as possible or at least as far as feasible.
No? So it was not enough that we were organizing communities, but we needed to know, for example, how to be able to really acquire tenure. The challenge was really how to do it better and how to do it in a bigger way. No?
Keeping itself relevant is a foremost concern to Philssa as it reflects on its challenges.
Dumadaan siya sa isang proseso na nililinaw niya sa kanyang sarili kung ano nga ba ang vision, no? Ang vision ng Philssa sa uri ng urbanization process na dapat na maganap sa ating bansa. Ano nga ba ang ating pangarap sa ating mga syudad? Saan natin dinadala yung mga komunidad na ating tinutulungan?
How could our NGO make a difference and for it to have its own niche? And therefore, there will not be a problem of sustainability because there will always be a kind of service that the NGOs could provide very well. And they would be approached for that.
And that's the role of NGOs, to trailblaze. Kung ginagawa mo rin lang, ang nagawa na, parang kung anong sistema ngayon, eh hindi yun.
Tingin ko mas buo yung kakayanan ng Philssa to intervene in terms of addressing different aspects of a problem. I mean, it can engage in advocacy, no? Both legislative and policy making. It can engage in respectable research, of course, related still to advocacy. Its key members working in the urban areas are grounded in community organizing, and therefore they know the politics of everyday living.
So, among the NGO networks, Philssa yung talagang kilala na may expertise dyan, both as a network and through the individual member organizations.
In its 15th year, Philssa forges ahead with innovative moves strengthened by the insights gained from its years of experience as a major stakeholder in the urban development processes.